Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Brick Games, and today we're going to be talking about Funko Fusion because we got a lot of new information about the game. We got a brand new article from GamesHub.com that we're going to be going over that has a lot of new information concerning the game. Plus, we got a little bit of new gameplay, plus a whole bunch of new screenshots, so we're going to go over all of this in today's video. So I think we'll start off with the new article from GamesHub.com. It's called Funko Fusion just became my most anticipated game of 2024, and this is from Leah J. Williams. So it seems GamesHub was possibly given an exclusive demo of Funko Fusion because I don't see any other websites posting about this new gameplay information, so we're going to go ahead and read this. We're going to skip the first few paragraphs and go down to this one. It says, in my preview, Arthur Parsons, head of publishing at 1010 Games and veteran of TT Games, showed off a range of levels from Funko Fusion, while detailing its main gameplay mechanics and quirks. Okay, continuing on, it says, as revealed, Funko Fusion is a collection of stages themed after pop culture properties, with a light touch narrative guiding the action. So we can kind of guess what that light touch narrative is. It's the whole story with this evil version of Freddy Funko called Eddie Funko that seems to be mind controlling different characters in all these different franchises. But anyway, let's continue on. It says levels can be played in any order and with any character, so you can jump into the game's Masters of the Universe level as Owen Grady from Jurassic World, if you wish, or you can stomp through the world of Jaws as Prince Adam, and so on. Certain levels will have unlockables if you find particular characters, but it sounds like you'll largely be left alone to make your own choices. So this is a little interesting. So it seems like there's no distinction between like story mode and free play mode like the Lego games have. It almost sounds like this is always going to be in free play mode where you can jump in with any character in any universe at all times. Maybe that's something you do after you complete, the story objectives. It's not entirely clear, but to me it almost sounds like even through the normal story you can kind of play as any character. But anyway, let's continue on. Each stage is segmented into multiple chapter-based quests with large locales to explore across a main story that should last around 12 to 16 hours. If you only experience the story, ignore extra collectibles like Chase Pop vinyls and Chrome Pop vinyls. In the Masters of the Universe stage, for example, you'll be completing quests in Castle Grayskull, and then heading to Snake Mountain for villain face-offs against Trapjaw, Evil Lyn, and other classic He-Man villains. Alright, so a lot of new information there. So each stage is segmented into multiple chapter-based quests. So this makes sense. So it seems like each of these franchises is probably going to have like a base, giant hub world or map. And then there's all these different quests, or I guess you can think of them as levels, based around that. So we've seen the quest before in some of the gameplay footage that we've gotten, like what we got at IGN Live, where it often shows whatever quest item that you need to grab in the top right-hand corner of the screen. So it seems like you're going to have to complete all those quests before moving on to the next universe. We also find out here that the main story is going to be about 12 to 16 hours long. I think that's a solid length. I'm completely happy with that. But she also talks about in this article about the collectibles. So there's going to be Chase Pop vinyls and Chrome Pop vinyls. So very interesting there. Maybe the Chrome Pop are more rare or harder to find. Maybe that's sort of like the mini kit replacement in this game. It's not entirely clear, but hey, I may have guides on that in the future. We'll just have to see. Alright, let's continue on. It says part of this journey was shown off in our gameplay preview, and it's worth noting that Snake Mountain looked stunning even through a bubble-headed lens. Colors in Funko Fusion are bright and vibrant, and each of the stages shown off looked grand. There's a vast scope in this game that feels unexpected for a pop culture tie-in. While it would be easy to dismiss it as thinly veiled marketing for Funko Pop vinyl figures, 1010 Games has belied that label. Alright, I'm loving what I'm hearing in that paragraph. Let's continue on. It says there's a clear sense of love and dedication in the design of each of Funko Fusion's worlds. In our preview session, Parsons spoke openly about being terrified of Jaws as a child, and how he used that fear to define gameplay mechanics in the Jaws level, which is smaller and requires the use of a crime scene camera to track the victims of Jaws. So there we go, we got a little bit of information about the Jaws level. It is going to be smaller, which I kind of expected. We haven't seen a lot of it so far, and it's going to have kind of a crime scene mechanic, which is pretty cool. We also saw that in the Hot Fuzz universe as well, so crime scenes seem to be a mechanic in this game. Every stage shown off in our preview was packed with tiny little details and references to pop culture clearly placed with care. Explore widely and you'll be able to find Easter eggs everywhere and even unlock hidden stages and characters that bring new quests and in-game collectibles. Alright, that's what I like to hear. Lots of hidden secrets in this game. It says menus are even done in the style of giant walls of Funko Pop vinyls, exactly like the kind you see in your local Zing Pop Culture or EB Games. You browse through the giant wall, select your chosen combatant, and head to whichever level you'd like to conquer first. So yeah, we've definitely seen the character selection screen before, how it's just a wall of different Funko Pop boxes. Love it. It's apt to compare Funko Fusion to the LEGO games and their devotion to celebrating pop culture franchises with little nods and funny moments. 1010 Games is formed of TT Games veterans, so you can expect a purposely similar tone. The game seems like it'll be a love letter for older adults, and an equally rewarding, discovery-based experience for kids. I will note there appeared to be quite a bit of cartoon gore in the game, as the Jaws level featured Funko Pops being chomped and dismembered, and there is ample representation from The Thing here. But given how abstracted this gore is, Funko Fusion should be fine for older kids. It may even give them a taste for classic films in the process. Yeah, so as we know, this game is getting a T for teen rating, so it's really optimized for everyone 13 and up. Continuing on, it says that appears to be part of the intention behind the game, sharing a love for pop culture and allowing players to discover new properties. To that end, 1010 Games worked with Funko and its partners, Universal, Skybound, and others, to include a vast range of popular franchises in the game, including some that hadn't previously been turned into Funko Pops. Notice it says Universal, Skybound, and others. Well, we know what one of those others is now, with Valve being the new Team Fortress 2 partnership, so maybe there will be even more announced in the future. Our partnership with Funko is incredibly open, Parsons explained in response to a GamesHub question. Characters that were already existing in Funko Pop form were obviously a lot easier to get into the game, but part and parcel of what we're trying to do is bring in new characters. We don't want to limit ourselves. So that's awesome. You know, physical Funko Pops aren't limiting this game in any way, which we already kind of knew, but good to hear it there from Arthur Parsons. When we started on this journey, we were going through the IP. It's things like Nicholas Angel from Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead. Funko had never made those characters, so it's really a fun process. Our character art team concepts these characters in pop form. We engage the art team and the art director at Funko and make sure if they're going to be made in pop form, they're exactly as they would be. That process eventually evolved so that some of the pop line that Funko are going to bring to people, they're actually designs that we've made. The two art teams are almost like a Borg mind. They've sort of become one. So that's really cool that they're taking the design that 1010 Games made, and they're using that exact same design to make these physical tie-in Funko Pop collectibles. But okay, let's wrap up this article. It says Funko Fusion has already spawned a few new Funko Pop vinyl releases, including for Megan and RJ McCready from The Thing. That synergy will likely continue as 1010 Games is working alongside Funko in a long-term capacity, and it seems likely that Funko Fusion will expand in the future. So that's really exciting to hear. We know this game will be supported with new DLC, but it sounds like they really have a long-term partnership with Funko, so hey, maybe that even means future games coming beyond even Funko Fusion in the future. Having had a taste of the game, it's a future I'm looking forward to. So far, Funko Fusion has proved itself to be incredibly charming and well-meaning in approach. It's also worth noting there's no microtransactions in the game, just good, clean fun, and there should be plenty of reasons to jump in and explore its mini worlds when it arrives later this year. Alright, so there you go, no microtransactions confirmed. We already knew this, but it's nice to hear it officially from this article. Okay, so that's the GamesHub article. We also got an article from XboxEra. They didn't really write too much about the game, but they did drop just a whole bunch of new screenshots, so we're going to go ahead and check those out now. So I'm not going to go too in-depth with all these screenshots, but here they are. So we got one from Battlestar Galactica there. Dude, look at this. The quality on these character models is absolutely insane. Just the detail on the weapons and all the sentry turrets and stuff looks awesome. And we actually have a couple screenshots from Jaws here. Here's one from the boat. You can see the shark there in the water. Then we have another one here of a lifeguard kind of blowing his whistle. You can really see the detail on the character model there. Next up is a new screenshot from Jurassic World. You can see there Owen Grady and what's her name, Claire Deering, and with a whole bunch of dinosaurs there. Look at the one on the left with the hat and the briefcase. Looks like he's about to go to work. Then here we have a screenshot from Masters of the Universe showing off a lot of the characters from that franchise. Here's a new one of Shaun of the Dead, with they're all kind of pretending to be zombies there. Gotta love it. Next up is a screenshot from the Umbrella Academy, so it's good to see that here. I feel like we haven't seen a lot since like the early marketing of Funko Fusion for Umbrella Academy, so it's good to have a new screenshot here. And last but not least, we have a screenshot here from Voltron Legendary Defender. This is the very first time we've seen anything from this game, I believe, so it's awesome to have a good screenshot there of Voltron. I don't know anything about Voltron, I'm going to be honest, but hey, for you fans of Voltron, there you go. And then last but not least, we did get about 7 seconds of new Funko Fusion gameplay posted on the official Funko Fusion X account. And this gameplay shows off collecting vinyl. We know vinyl is the currency in this game. It's going to act very similar to studs in the Lego game. So you destroy things in the environment. You collect the vinyl, and then you can spin that on different upgrades and gadgets and things like that. So very cool there. I wish they would show off what it looks like actually purchasing things, because we know you're likely going to be purchasing things from those different computer terminals around the map. So it'd be great to see that maybe in the next gameplay clip. But okay guys, that is all the new information here on Funko Fusion. Of course, they also revealed the Team Fortress 2 collaboration. I did a whole separate video analyzing that trailer if you want to check it out here on the channel. If you learned something new, please give this video a like, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.